Welcome back to the channel, guys.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Walker Farm Fam. Thanks for joining myself. What's your name?
Ranger. Ransom.
And I'm Gary. If this is your first time here, you have not seen our redneck RV or Skoolie or bus conversion, whatever you want to call it. But today we are getting to work on it, aren't we? Mm-hmm. So we are going to start completely taking up all the floor and all the stuff around it. We have a few more seats to take out. So let's get straight to it. But before we end the video, we finally broke down and did it, Ransom. We bought a boat, didn't we? So if you guys want to see our new boat, you have to stick around. All right, so we haven't showed it in a little bit, but Ranger, Mama and I came out here the other night and we started taking up stuff. So Ranger's gonna hand some of this stuff out. I'll show you what it is as we take it out. So this is like plastic that just covers the fender wells, but right under the fender well is pieces of metal, so we don't have to have these. You hand me these, buddy? All four of them at once. That's good. And these are little pieces of metal that go along the aisle to cover and merge together two pieces of rubber. But we're going to be taking up all the rubber today. So these are going out, and we're going to keep them in case we ever have to do any work on the other bus, which is Cassie's bus that she drives for school. So we're going to keep this in the shop, probably up in the rafters. So let's take a step inside. We'll show you guys an update and what our plans are. So we're going to leave from here up. We're just going to leave it original. But from here back, these seats are coming out, and then all the rubber's coming up, Ranger. And people may be wondering why. We thought about leaving it, but let me show them why. You want me to show you? Yeah. Ranger hasn't been out here. So like when we pulled this fender well up, you guys look at all this gunk and stuff right here. And that has a little bit of a smell to it. So we want all this out so we can really clean. Under this rubber right here is just metal. So we want to get down to that metal, clean it up, and then we'll go down on top of the metal with styrofoam or foam board insulation. That's going to quiet it, and it's going to insulate the temperature. And then we're going to put wood, and then we'll put our floor finish on top. But to do that, you guys can see, like I said, we already came out here and pulled up a bunch of screws. But we want to go ahead and get these seats out before we finish pulling everything else. That way they're out of our way. So this isn't fun, but that's what Ranger and I are going to do. I'll get under the bus and we'll get a tool up here for Ranger to pull it out. So we do have an air conditioner, but Ranger's going to start opening up these vents and then some windows. Our air conditioner will be great whenever we need it, but we're going to be working and sweating anyway, and the high today is only about 89, which feels like a cool front because it's been in the hundreds. So I think we'll be just fine today without the AC running. But this is just temporarily put in. We'll have some framing built out around it. But one reason we're doing this right now is because Ranger is going to have a birthday party coming up. When's your birthday, Ranger?
The 18th.
July 18th. And he wants to have him and his buddies set up in here to stay the night. That way they can be as loud as they want. They can play a video game. We can put up our movie screen and that kind of thing. And they can have fun out here, just them on their own. And we'll be in the house. So you can see it's like 5 steps away from the house. So if they need the bathroom or something, it's right there. But he wants to do that. So what we're going to try to do is get the bus floor at least insulated. Get these holes filled in and stuff like that. That way Ranger can have his little party. So we'll go ahead and get the seats and start knocking them out. So in case you guys missed it last time we did this, these seats have bolts right through there. So somebody has to be on top and somebody has to be under the bus. And who's that person under the bus? Yep, that would be me. So Ranger's going to stay up here. I'm going to go under the bus and back it up. Well, that wasn't quick or easy. Oh, the humidity, Ranger. Oh, the humidity. Well, we just finished loosening up our last seat. So, still got a bolt sticking through. Oh, that's it. Last seat is now loose. What do you think, Ransom? Now we're going to be able to start taking up all this floor, and I don't know if it'll go very fast, but we'll get it done either way. So, Cassie, there's a reason that I married you. You encouraged me to take the seats up and the floor up because it stinks a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And I think this is a wise decision.
Was it real bad?
Well, yeah, the more I pull up, the worse it looks.
Yeah.
We haven't really got the floor up yet, but I think just having a nice, clean, fresh start is going to be so much better in the long run.
If nothing else, I'm going to walk on it, not being cringy and wanting to wear shoes, and I'm going to sleep better.
Not being grossed out by any smells.
Yeah.
We know what's there after we do this.
Yeah.
So Cassie has Little Bear, but she's going to go to town, run some errands.
Yeah, I got to get ready for basketball camp next week.
All right, so she's pushing Little Bear around, and we'll take a break in a little bit while while Cassie goes and runs her errands. And Ranger's going to hand these seats to me, so we're going to go ahead and get these out. Oh, these are so stinking heavy. So Ranger and I decided to take a little break. What kind of break we taking? Ice cream break. So I can't necessarily eat ice cream, but we did find these Good Pops that have been kind of a lifesaver on Whole30. They're 100% organic fruit juice. So that's all they're made of is water and fruit juice. Different fruit juices mixed together to make different flavors. There's like cherry limeade. This one's cherry. Do you like them, Ranger? They're pretty good, aren't they? Mm-hmm. So it's something. We're on day 21 of Whole30. Cassie and I have been sticking to it. We even stuck through it through the holiday yesterday. But we wanted to come out here and check on Benjamin. He has finished bottles, so he is completely weaned. And you can see he's still antsy. He still wants a bottle. But, buddy, I hate to tell you this. Oh, look, hang on. I'll share my popsicle. You want some? I will share my popsicle. Oh, Ranger's going to share his ice cream. Okay, Benjamin doesn't want either. And I don't blame him. That bottle was pretty good, but I just gave him grain a while ago. Let's go check his other grain, see if they still have it. If they don't, we'll go ahead and give him some more grain. Yep, there's grain right here. Oh, they didn't even see that grain earlier. Now he's going to town on the grain. So Benjamin is growing up great, and he's actually had a baby bottle or a bottle longer than most lambs would have. So he's going to do just fine. The sheep out there yelling at us, but it's not time yet. Bella's doing good. I don't know if we've done an official update on her. She is the opposite. So what does Bella do to fireworks, Ranger?
Eats them.
She tries to eat them. So she runs at the fireworks and tries to attack them. What does Shelby do?
Runs away.
She runs and hides. So they're complete opposites on fireworks. I personally like Bella's approach just because, well, we're going to go off camera for that. But we don't have to worry about her running away, do we? So the part I was dreading the most is now finished. So now we get to move on to removing more screws. So there's screws that around the edge that kind of holds the rubber down, little pieces of metal. So what we're doing is going around and removing all the screws in that. And while I do the screw removal, Ranger's going to start working on this back corner and seeing if he can get some of the rubber to start coming up. We've got some screwdrivers. We've never done this before, so we're going to just kind of go as we, or trial and error as we go. We may have to get some heat out to heat the glue up. I don't know. We may have to scrape it off, but we're going to try some screwdrivers first. Ranger's just came back with some screwdrivers, so let's go see what this does, and Ranger will work on it while I do the screws. All right, so Ranger's giving it a try. We might have to get a hammer too, I don't know. But going back this way, see how that... So what you'll have to do probably is continuously pull up on the rubber while you pry with the screwdriver. They put a lot of glue on these when they put it down, which is going to make it tough. But I still think we can do it. So if you want to pull backwards on it, I can kind of do this. Or we might try to get the torch out in a minute and see if heating it will help the glue release. What do you think? It's going to be a pain either way, but that's the thing is it's going to be hard work, but when we're done, at least we know what there is or isn't under the floor. So the first thing we learned, the torch is not the answer. It didn't really do anything, and it kind of made it stink in here. So next thing we're going to try is a big full-size scraper. I'm going to go grab that. We'll see what it can do. So we did find something that works. Our big scraper right here seems to do the trick. I'll show you guys what we're doing. Ranger's holding up on it. Pull back. And as he pulls, I push, and what we're going to do is trade off. So he'll do this and I'll do that. It won't be easy, but Ranger, that boat is sounding nicer and nicer. You about ready to head to the lake in a little bit? Yeah. All right, well, we're going to work on this a while longer, and hopefully we get to head to the lake today. So while we knew this was going to be tough, it is worth it because look at the rust spot. There's not bad, but there's rust there. And then right here, you can see where water was seeping in and it's starting to rust right there. But this back corner back here is probably the worst. It's not soft. The metal's still good, but definitely needs to be cleaned up. And when it's cleaned up, we'll put some primer on it so it won't rust anymore. But Ranger, is this hard work? It is, isn't it? So we've already decided we're going to try to like either do half of it today or a third of it or a fourth of it. We're not going to knock it all out today just because our arms are starting to feel like jello from running this little bad boy right there. So you can see though progress and a little bit at a time, and we'll have a redneck RV before it's done. It didn't take long and we found one more bad spot. So this is tons of rust right here. So we will definitely be able to fix this before we start putting any of our flooring down. So super happy that's coming up. So I would say we got a pretty good start on the floor. I mean, we are down to the metal. But right now, I need to go do chores. So we do have a few updates on the farm, things that you may have missed if you don't watch our second channel on Catching Up with the Walkers. We received 3 brand new cows to the farm, and we kept them up for a week, and then we took them to the vet, vaccinated, worked, got all the shots, everything they needed, and now they are turned out into the pasture with the rest of the cows. So I want to check on them in a little bit, so I'm going to go around, do the chores, and then we're going to go check on those cows, see how they're settling in. So far, it looks like they're really calm and hanging out with the rest of the cows, but I want to go check on them. girls. I just came down here to check on you. There's no food back there. Don't be trying to steal my buckets. So the other cows over here were down in the shade. They're all still just kind of getting to know each other. Hey girls. So if you missed it on catching up with the walkers, we went and had 47, 48, and 49. These 3 cows went to the vet, got them vaccinated. They're all taken care of now, up to date as far as their vaccinations go. And you can see Salt there being a little chippy. She's kind of telling them that she's not the newest one on the block anymore and that they have to find their place in the herd. Hey Blackberry. Hey baby. So what? So she looks like she's gonna have a calf. She looks heavy. And then Salt right here is looking a little bit heavy too. So not sure how long it'll be, but we'll be having another calf. And Rusty, your days are getting numbered, buddy. He's gonna be going to the sale barn. It'll probably be about 6 to 8 weeks. I want to try to get him up and tagged, worked, and he'll be ready to go to the sale barn though. That's the future of a bull calf or a steer here at the farm, is they usually don't stick around. Hey, that is not your scratching post. It must work pretty good though. Alright, well there's your update on the cows. Got to check on them. It looks like they're doing good over there. They have plenty of grass to eat all down here. With the rains we've had recently, the grass just keeps on growing. So Ransom, what just came?
My remote control boat.
Your boat? The boat is here. The remote control boat. Alright, Ransom has patiently been waiting for how long?
4 days.
Like 4 or 5 days, not very long. And finally, Amazon, which they drive rental vehicles usually, but Amazon brought his boat. You want to take it to the lake?
Yeah. First, we gotta get it out, see if it's the right boat.
Yeah, and charge it up a little bit. All right.
But first, we need to take it out of the package.
All right.
If there is batteries in it, we're gonna have to put.
Sounds good. There goes the Amazon lady. All right, let's go charge it up. So Cassie came back all prepped up for camp tomorrow or Monday.
Half.
Half
So got
prepped.
several things to do. I've run out of time.
All right. Well, we kind of ran out of time in here. We stayed busy with Little Bear, but this is what we got finished so far. And yes, there are some rust spots, but the worst rust spot is back in the back, the very back. It is right where I don't know if water got in there from the door, like if the door didn't seal good or what, but that's the worst spot. Still not, I mean, we'll be able to
Could have had
get the rust off and then
ice chests there. Or
prime it.
could have had about anything. A lot of times they put ice chests in the back if they go on field trips or something.
Yeah. And then we noticed that where this hole is, it aligned with where this kind of seeped over here. There was a little spot there, but and then around the fender wells, I think just kind of natural places, low spots for water to catch. So it'll be all like new once we get this up. I've been researching ways to fix the holes. One thing was aluminum tape. So putting aluminum tape over these holes once you get it cleaned up. Another one is like auto body putty filler that hardens up like hard as metal. So I want to shop around and figure it out.
I'm enjoying my popsicle.
I know, that's what I told them earlier. But hey, since you're a bus driver, maybe you learned something in bus driving school. I'm going to ask you if this is the truth or a lie. We're going to do a Mythbusters. You ready?
Okay.
We got to go outside to do it. All right, so we can do this in the shade since the bus is over here and we're already in the shade. But Cassie, what do those lines mean on the side of the bus?
Trim.
So there's a myth on the internet that says these are safety lines for first responders. So right here, This line is where the floor of the bus is, and you're looking at it. Is that about right?
Yeah.
Then this is where the seats would be. So when you're sitting down, this is where the seat is. Kinda.
Yeah.
And then this is towards the top of the seat. So the very top of the seat might stick up a little more, but I mean from there to the window is kind of the top of the seat. So those are there to serve a purpose to let first responders know if there was an accident that people were in that area from here to there. But
Because they don't know that?
I don't know. This is what the internet said. It's a myth, or is it true, or is it false? And then this one down here, that doesn't explain anything. That's just the bottom. But these are rub rails. This is reinforced metal, so when Cassie decides to scrape the side of the bus down something, it won't cave in the side. It'll actually hold up. What do you think, Ransom?
So, I know what this bottom one is.
What is it?
It's where the tires are.
Oh, it's where the tires are? Well, that is right in the middle of the tires.
A lot of people were surprised that the letters weren't painted on. These were painted on because they're like did it when it got to the school. But then on our video on Facebook, a ton of people's like, "That's a brand new bus. Those letters haven't even been on there very long." Well, you can still see what it says. Like I can see the whole thing. It's not a brand new bus, people.
Well,
but they watch a 30-second video and they want to tell us all the reasons we're wrong.
well, and that video got, I think, 2 million views. So that's probably why a lot of people commented. But this bus is 10 years old. So this is new paint, and this is 10-year-old faded paint. New paint, 10-year-old faded. So,
but the angle you were doing it at, you couldn't tell.
yeah. So it is a little discolored, a little aged, but this is a really good bus. I've been following along on a Skoolie.net, doing some research and what other people are doing. And I don't hardly see any buses this new that people are turning into Skoolies.
No.
Most of them are like late 90s, early 2000s. And this, I think, is a 2014. So we lucked out. But, Ransom, I think it's time.
What?
I think it's about time to show them the boat. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do it. So you guys can see the sun is starting to set here at beautiful Lake Hudson, and Ransom wants to try out his new boat. So, are you excited?
Yeah.
All right, well this little bad boy is supposed to go 25 miles an hour?
Yep.
You want to hit the gas and see what it does?
Hang on.
Oh! All right, there it is. So don't do that until it's in the water, okay? Better push it out there where it can get... Oh, you gotta get out in the water a little more. There you go. You guys have on Crocs. We brought it down here where it's a little bit deeper. There was a lot of moss and stuff over there. Can you bring it back towards us? Cool.
See me back up?
Let's see you back up. All right, turn it out to the waves and go fast. All right, now bring it back.
Go fast. Forward.
Bring it right to us. Whoa. All right, Ransom, how do you like it?
Awesome.
All right, it's Ranger's turn. Hey, is Dad gonna get a turn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Ransom, if you know Ransom, he has been asking every day where this boat is, whether it's arrived yet or not. And he is super excited to finally get it. It's supposed to go 25 miles an hour. You think it goes that fast?
Yeah. Oh.
So we found this little cove over here where they launch boats at, and there's not any waves, are there?
Nope.
And I think that's going to be a little bit better for the boat.
Oh.
So you guys got to see our boat first. As soon as we got it in the mail, we took it straight to the lake. And Ransom, you gonna be able to bring that in the bus when we go camping?
Uh-huh.
That'll be in there for sure, won't it? All right, well, thank you guys so much for taking some time out of your day to follow along with us and ending it on a high note here at the lake. Beautiful sunset, and we hope you have a great day, and God bless.